Hey Queen, it's Carrie Miller here, and today we're digging into something that's honestly so sneaky: food guilt. Now, raise your hand if you've ever finished a cookie or two and thought, well, that's it, I blew it. Yeah, me too. But let's actually look at what's happening in those moments. We're told that guilt is supposed to keep us motivated, right? Like, if you feel badly enough about what you ate, somehow you'll magically do better tomorrow. But if that worked, none of us would still be struggling. I mean, let's be real. Here's the real kicker. Guilt doesn't help us make better choices. It just ramps up stress in your body. And our brains are wired to seek relief from stress. So you eat something you label as bad, then the guilt sets in, and then you double down, skipping breakfast or swearing off carbs, thinking if you're strict enough, you'll break the cycle. Except, predictably, your body doesn't play along for long. This isn't about willpower. It's about your nervous system wanting to protect you. When it feels threatened by all these rules or deprivation, it starts shouting for comfort, and sometimes that looks like cravings that get stronger and louder until, well, you know how the story goes. I'll give you a real example. One of my clients, Maria, spent years bouncing between strict plans and feeling like a failure when she couldn't keep it together. It wasn't until she let go of food guilt, just dropped the harsh self-talk, that her binges started to ease. She realized it wasn't about her discipline, but the trap of guilt, restriction, rebound that was just running her life. And honestly, I hear some version of that every week from smart, capable women who've been stuck for years. You're not broken. You're stuck in a pattern. And that pattern can be healed. Let's shift gears and talk about a moment I think everyone listening knows too well: the late-night craving attack. You've been on your game all day, work, family, a million obligations. And then, as soon as the house gets quiet, the snack gremlins come out. Why does it seem to always hit at night? Well, here's my take. Night cravings are basically your nervous system's way of letting off steam. After a day of being good, holding it all together, your body finally just wants some comfort and relief. I'll be honest, for years my go-to was late-night cereal, like ridiculous amounts of it, because it was the quickest, easiest way to soothe that worn-out feeling. And I used to feel totally powerless. But here's what shifted for me. I started tuning into not just the physical urge, but what my nervous system was really asking for in that moment. Sometimes it honestly was hunger. I'd undereaten all day. Other times it was stress or just a need to decompress. The more I got curious, the less I felt like cravings were this enemy I had to fight. So it's not about banning snacks or fighting with yourself at midnight. It's about realizing food is serving a purpose: rapid relief. When other self-soothing tools are missing, of course food will feel like the only option. That doesn't make you weak, it just means you're human. The point isn't to restrict harder, but to gently, slowly add other sources of comfort so that food isn't carrying that whole load on its own. Now, I want to flip the script on the question most of us get stuck on. Instead of, how do I stop myself? Try, what am I needing right now? That single shift from control to curiosity is honestly everything. Emotional eating isn't about weakness, it's a message. Sometimes your body needs actual fuel. Maybe you skipped meals or let your blood sugar crash. Sometimes it's emotional. You're exhausted or a little lonely, or you're carrying some resentment you can't even name. Or sometimes it's deeper, like forgetting you're allowed to be supported instead of always playing the strong one. Self-trust isn't about perfection. It's about pausing, noticing, and responding with kindness. And for anyone who wants a tool to actually try tonight, let's do the 60-second craving reset together. It's simple. Hand on chest. Exhale like you're trying to fog up a mirror. And then ask, what am I feeling? Whatever comes up, maybe it's stress, maybe overwhelm, actually say it out loud. It sounds silly, but naming a feeling actually dials down its intensity. Then ask, what would support me right now? Support might be water, tea, stepping outside for a moment, sending a quick text, or, even having the snack, but with intention. If you do eat, You do it out of partnership with your body, not as a punishment. No punishment, just partnership. That's where lasting change really begins. So as you head into your evening, remember, it's not about fighting your craving. It's about listening. Stay kind, be curious, and if you're ready for more support in changing your whole relationship with food, reach out. Let's explore this together. All right, Queen, that's it for today. Take your next step with compassion, and I'll see you next week.